Alright, YouTube, diecast collector community, this is Dumas for part 2 of my Hot Wheels Basics opening video set here. Kind of cleaning the dust off as I'm recording at the same time, because I don't plan. Alright, so here we got more new models here. Ended the last video. Well, the last video, all the off-road, some of these off-road vehicles, several new models. And then we got some more new models here, as well as some modified ones over here. So we'll go right to it. First up, 2023 new model of the 92 Dodge Viper RT10. This is a casting that has been very welcomed by many people, especially. So Hot Wheels did do a Viper back in the day, but it's very strangely proportioned, very Hot Wheels-esque, especially for a casting designed in the early 90s. This one is done much more accurate proportionally to what the real car is. So actually, it's kind of similar to the old Matchbox casting, which was a very nice casting when being used. I kind of wish I had one of them easily accessible, just to compare. But very well done casting on this 92 Viper. Very welcome. Really well done. All right, next up, late 2022 new model of the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon. So here's this one. Let's see what else I got. Okay, anyway. This was definitely a cool cast. I love the fact that they did the yellow window. The chrome kind of annoys, especially because it's all part of the interior and stuff like that. I kind of wish they didn't do that. Excuse me. But the yellow window just gives it an old school Hot Wheels feel. Almost feels like a majorette too because of the yellow wheels. Remember, a bunch of my old majorette cars had yellow wheels. Because actually, when you can see here, see? Yellow wheels. Or yellow wheels. Yellow windows. So this one had ghost graphics all throughout. Kind of a little annoying for the new model. I mean, like, love that it got rear details though. But a little annoying for the new model with the ghost graphics, but overall, it's still a pretty cool vehicle. The new one for the new 2023 release in green looks really cool. I just don't have the regular yet. So there's the Volvo Drift Wagon. Next up, 2022 new model of the Porsche 911 GT3. And I really wish they would put year designators on these damn Porsches. Because you just use eBay search Hot Wheels 993 or 911 GT3, and you see like 5 different castings. But this was the second color of the new model last year. I think it debuted in blue, and that one just didn't really do much for me in blue. But in the flat black or the matte black like this, looks really cool. And true to a lot of the Hot Wheels, well, not a lot of them, probably about half, the front headlights are part of the window. So it's a good color break, good way to get the detail like that. Not have to use paint. Definitely really cool casting, one of the nicer ones from last year. Alright, next up, another 2022 new model, 87 Sierra Cosworth. Debut in black and the blue recolor. I love the color on this. I love the way they did the deco on this, because it's basically an homage to the Texaco livery without being for Texaco. So I absolutely love this casting. I love that they did it. I love almost everything about what they did with it, other than that post right through the center of the rear interior area. I know why they do that. I get it. They have to do it as far for assembly and safety reasons, but it's still annoying. I would have preferred if they could have. I know they wouldn't have been able to because they got to do, again, I mentioned it before, they got to do, especially for the basics. It's a little different for premium, but for the basics, they need to do 4-piece top-down assembly. So you got the body, one inner piece, a second inner piece, and the base. So still though, especially with the color break for the front headlights being part of the window, they did a really good job on this casting. And for $1.25, I don't think you can get much better. So next up, we'll look at the blue one. At least real quick. Just done in your typical Hot Wheels blue and orange. Assuming we want to, maybe, god damn it, focus. There we go. So that's the blue one. All right, next up, really big hit last year, the Nissan Maxima drift car. Maxima wagon drift car. So, here we are. And there we go. Really cool that they did it like this with the open engine bay or engine cover, so you can, basically the see-through hood, like a plexiglass hood. So another thing, helps knock some of the weight down, keeps all that. So definitely a cool casting. So in the front bumper, this part of the front bumper is part of the interior. So like the newer ones for the 2023 releases had a chrome bumper and engine piece and interior. Definitely a cool wagon. And it's interesting to compare the two. As I thought, like the Volvo seems like it's so much smaller than the Maxima, but it's really not. But like you look at them individually, it seems like it is. A little deceiving. All right, 2023 new model, the 89 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC AMG. This has been probably the hottest new model for 2023. And rightfully so. And there is the black one. Now, as far as recording is when I'm recording this, we're setting up for the like I'm sure most of you know I'm part of the Lamley Group writers, even though I haven't written something in months. And we're setting up for the award, like the year end just award, like the awards polls, just for that we do kind of for fun. And the basic new model, I will be very surprised if this doesn't win. I will be very surprised. So that one is black, and now silver. And I fully expect to see this in premium Car Culture Boulevard soon, or later in 2024, like in 2024. Such a cool casting. It sucks that we can't get a lot of the base detail anymore, especially because they got to do this they have so much info they need to print, like embed onto the bases now for whatever reason. But yeah, seriously, like I said, if it doesn't win 2023 new model of the year, I'll be very shocked. Next up, another 2023 new model, Escort RS 200. First in white and red. I think there was a Target Red edition in black with red deco. I think. think that's what it was. I don't have that one. I just have the debut in white. And the red recolor. Mix F. Yeah, I think the third one was I think it's a Target Red edition, but in black with like red details and red wheels and all that. So definitely a cool casting. I can't remember, did they do a metal base, or they are doing one soon? A metal base. I think they got a metal base of this coming soon for. I think it's what do you call it? One of just those premium display sets from Walmart. All right. The last new model from 2022, the Matt and Debbie Hayes 89 Pro Street Thunderbird. Now this one, especially a lot of the younger collectors, probably don't know much about the actual car. I'm actually really surprised Hot Wheels did this. Ow, funny bone. Really surprised Hot Wheels did this one, but it's really cool that they did. When Matt and Debbie Hay, they built this thing back in the late 80s or early 90s. It was in all the magazines. This thing was everywhere. There was model kits of it made, all sorts of stuff like that. Really cool car. The real one. And for what they needed, for how they need to do cars nowadays, I think Brendan did a really cool job on this one. The color break, with the base, it was done a little differently than I kind of envisioned when I first saw it was announced. I thought it'd be a little more like the A6 Thunderbird Pro Stock that debuted 10 years ago, but overall, I think it was done. I think it was done really cool. I think it was really cool the way that they did it still. So that's the debut. And then I actually found the Zamic mix earlier this year. I can't remember what the other car was in the mix. It was like, because there was a second Zamic car. I don't remember what it was, and I don't recall if I actually found it with this. So, yeah. Definitely a neat car. All right, next up. The only other new model of casting I think will give the Mercedes a run for its money, the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 2.7. And if you're not necessarily an older collector, but someone like me who grew up in the early 90s, you might remember the Porsche P911 casting. I think that this is kind of like that car reincarnate. That was done as a final run. They just call it the P911. But I had the, what do they call it, the ducktail spoiler. That car was around forever. And this casting is, honestly, like I said, it's going to be the one that's going to give that Mercedes a run for its money. These are probably going to go head to head. I think the Mercedes will come out on top. But this Carrera 2.7 is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's the white one. We also got Rich. That's another one. I wish I had one of those P911s here. I don't. Well, I have them. I just not in arm's reach. Just to do a comparison between the two. I think it'd be kind of cool. Yep. All right. And last of the new models, 72 Corvette convertible. I forget who the designer was. Oh, no. But the, yeah, I forgot who the designer was. But he owns the same, like, this is basically based on his actual car. That apparently got into a wreck. So, here we go. Popped up headlights, which actually have a neat little feature that I can do it right now and show it, but you shine a light through here. That's part of the window piece, and you shine a light through there, you'll see the light through the headlights. It's a cool little touch that they did. If I had a secondary phone here, I would turn the flashlight on and pop it. If I had a little flashlight, I don't prepare well for these videos. So there's the blue one and silver. And yeah, awesome, great, really cool, really good details in this casting. Definitely I know a lot of people are gonna scoff at the chrome interior because of being part of the grill and rear bumper and all that, but still very well done casting. So that's it for the new models. We will look at the modified tools. So I mentioned earlier the 86 Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock. This is a casting that debuted in, like, the original casting debuted in 2012 Hot Ones, was used in 2013 Flying Customs, and not seen since. Then they did these kind of redesign for basic. Yes, I do. Okay. So first up, debut in blue. So this is what I mean by, I was kind of hoping the Debbie Hayes T-Bird, now that I put them side by side, again, like the Debbie Hayes one, individually it seems so much smaller, but it's really not that much smaller. It's a little shorter, but not a whole lot. Anyway, yeah. So some of the rear design back here was redone. I know there's a wheelie bar back here on the original metal one. It seems like it's just kind of shaved down here, and the hood scoop here is a separate piece on that one, whereas here it's part of the window, and then you can actually see some of the engine there, which is part of the interior. So yeah, overall I think they did a really cool, like, they didn't butcher the original casting. Like, it still looks really good. I really like it. They did a good job redoing that design. And then next up, let me check something here. Okay. Oh, never mind. Let's see. Okay, sorry. All right, next up, recolor in red. Now that I'm seeing it, let's see the. Looks like someone took a nail to the roof. Huh. Well, let's see if I can find another. I should be able to find another one without much issue. Yeah. So there's that one. Again, if I was smart, I would have dug out some of the originals to compare and contrast. All right, next up, I think these were last year's release, 2020. Yep, so 2022 release of Lotus Sport Elise. This was a retool because so the casting debuted 2004. It was 2004 first edition, and originally that had a plastic spoiler, and as you can see, this one, it's cast to the body. So yep, 2021 copyright. So yeah, it was 2022 release. And actually, I wasn't so, not one of those cars that, like, you know, I was like, ooh, super excited to get. But once I saw them, saw the actual releases, especially with the rear paint detail, and because all they did is just basically one certain, like, this is usually you can only do paint on 2 surfaces usually for basic, and this basically got, it's a top surface deco and rear deco. Although I don't know if the hood area here counts as a separate area. It might be a separate area, but anyway, really well done retool, I think. So that's the white one, and the yellow one. Which I thought the yellow one, I thought the stripes was green, it's black. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was well done retool. Oh, maybe. There we go. Yeah. There's that one. And next up, save the super for last. We got the 76 Chevette. First time we see this in 10 years. Because debuted in, no, 9 years. 8. Maybe 8 years. It debuted in 2013 Flying Customs. It was the last mix. Last 8-car mix for that series. Metal. And then it was used in Cool Classics. I think in a, which mix was it? It was 2014 or 2015. It was like 2014, 2015. It was kind of a carryover. There were 6 mixes. I think there were 6 mixes, and there were 4 in 2015, 4 in 2014, and then the final 2 were early 2015. And I think because it was the Green Cool Classics was, I think it was a later, I think it was one of the 2015 mixes off the top of my head. So as you can see, copyright 2022. So it's a redesign. The original one, as they did it, was it was not a top down like this. It had a tab. It had a tab in the back here for the assembly, and the rear deck. The window is smaller on here so that they could do the post. So the rear window on the Flying Customs and Cool Classics release is bigger. But overall, I was really stoked to see this casting return. There's a Target Red Edition that I really need to pick up. That one's in black with, I think the striping is the same. Other than the black stripe here is red on that. It's got red on the wheels, and it's got the red in the, it's got the word red somewhere in the deco. I think it's where the Hot Wheels logo is here. But yeah, really cool to see this casting come in. Or really cool to see this casting design make a return. Even though I know a lot of people are like, why the hell did they make a Chevette? Because they completely Hot Wheelized it. Alright, lastly, the 82 Supra. This is, I think they technically count it as a retool, but it is a whole new design. Similar, let me see. No, not similar. But anyway. But yeah, this is a whole new design. So there's originally a 82 Supra in the 80s that Hot Wheels did. Disappeared for a long time. They did a retool in 2012 for Hot Ones. Oh, you suck. That's bad. So I need to get another one. Son of a bitch. Yeah. That's alright. I gotta get another one. But, yeah, so they did a retool in 2012. 2012. They did a retool for Hot Ones. it was in the final mix, the final combined mix that year. And it was supposed to be in one of the 2013 Flying Customs mixes. Unfortunately, even though it made it to FEP stage and we actually saw pictures of it, they decided to cut the line short before, and this car met the chopping block. Did not make the final 8 cars in that final mix. And I was, oh jeez, there's a paint chip on the rear here too. God damn it. So yeah, I definitely need to get another one. Because, yeah, the bent axle and all that. That sucks. I was really looking forward to this one. But anyway, so they did that, and then for a while they lost the Toyota license, and yada yada, and here we are. And they wanted to use the 82 Super again. I assume the old tool just too worn. I don't know if it was just worn to you, just eroded over time or whatever, just no good to use, or whatever the reasoning. So this now has the chin spoiler, the one popped up headlight, the air intakes here on the hood are new, they're part of the window here, and fender flares, which are not on the original. I really like that 2012 retool. Again, I should have pulled out the damn loose one I have. Actually, one moment. All right. So here is one of the carded 82 Supras that I still have. I have 2 carded. I have 1 loose. I'm not letting them go. As you can see, so as you can see, size-wise, they're the same car. So I'm pretty sure they basically just took the whatever files they had on this one and modified it. So the fender flares, the fenders have a little more flare to them. As you can see, the front end, we now got the chin spoiler with the. Now I got the chin spoiler with the or the oil cooler. Got all the rear window. Rear window is louvered instead of plain. With the rear paint, and then we got a little spoiler on the new tooling. A bigger exhaust tip. But we still got the detail on the rear panel there. Now that was one of the reasons I really love this retool, because the casting detail on the rear panel there was not on the original 80s tooling. So yeah. What could have been if we got that damn Flying Customs one. Oh, what are you gonna do? So, yeah, I need to get another one of these ones. That pisses me off. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. And we will see you in a little bit with the part 3.